Hi, I'm Amanda Ellis, and my topic is lead nurses. Why I chose to write and talk about lead nurses was because I feel strongly about their impact on the outcomes of units. At the beginning of the semester, when we had to choose an influential leader, I chose one of my lead nurses. I feel that when I work with her, there are better outcomes and better days that occur. I feel it's also relatable to many of us in going into healthcare, especially nurses, because we'll always work with a lead nurse in hospital settings, and we may even become one. I personally do hope to become a lead nurse one day, so that also influenced my decision to research this because I had hoped to learn the qualities that I needed to master and start to really learn those things now. So in the future, it will be easier for me to make that transition if I do decide what I think I will. And it also applies to me as a new grad nurse eventually, working under a lead every day, learning what to look for and how to use their leadership. When I was narrowing down the topic, I didn't find a whole lot of very specific articles on this topic. So I ended up doing a lot of applying and taking bits and pieces from articles. When I was able to interview with my healthcare partner, Caitlin, she was also able to give me some good guidance in deciding the good qualities that I should be focusing on. So I was able to simplify and get down to three important qualities. I felt that empower, support, and being a resource were the three crucial qualities of a good lead nurse. So those three qualities impact work ethic and productivity. I was able to link these things from Caitlin's interview and articles. So Caitlin is a registered nurse in the ICU at Nebraska Medicine. And when we talked, she was able to tell me how she felt the attitude of a lead would really change the flow of the unit during a shift. And she felt that their work ethic was contagious. So if there was a lead nurse that was working really hard and trying to help everyone around them, that made each nurse individually more motivated to work harder and even be more independent. She felt that the support could come in a variety of ways, including working alongside one another or just being available in case problems arise. She felt that if she was ever in a critical situation and there was a good lead nurse on that day or night, she was able to just call on them. They were aware of the situation already and they were already available. So when she called for help or walked out the door, they were just there ready to come help, and that was very helpful for her. She also feels that lead nurses should be intelligent and experienced, which makes them more helpful and resourceful. A lead that did not have as much experience and just went into being a lead shortly after being a nurse, they just were not as helpful for her. Grau discussed enabling others to act reflects the core behaviors of collaboration, building trusting relationships, sharing information and resources, developing leadership of self, and providing visible support. So by empowering the nursing staff, the lead can make them better leaders. So by making each nurse a better leader themselves, they need less support, and it makes the lead nurse's job better, but it also just makes the entire group better as a whole because each individual has their own empowerment. For supporting behaviors that leaders are a component of, consideration behaviors have been linked to follow, motivation, and leadership qualities, leadership effectiveness. And to be a more effective leader, nurses need to feel that they are supported by their lead nurse. So support and empowerment go hand in hand. Taking on the responsibility of managing and supporting the nursing staff with various resources. As a lead, being a team player and being an example for success, keeping up to date on how nurses on the floor are feeling, how their perception of work and life balance currently is in order to reduce or prevent compassion fatigue. Having a foundation of communication within all levels between staff and the charge nurse. So a better lead knows their staff, and because they know their staff, they're a better resource. Lead nurses that portray qualities that exemplify and encourage empowerment, support, and resources. The result reflects positively in work ethic and productivity of those workers, especially nurses. If nurses do not portray these types of qualities, it can create a disconnect and lack of teamwork on the unit. The weaknesses lie within the individual lead nurse. So this makes it crucial to find a quality lead nurse to better work ethic and productivity of units. And this hiring ability lies on management. These are my resources. As you can see, it's important for lead nurses to have very specific qualities. And when they don't exhibit these qualities, there are not as great of outcomes on nursing units. Thank you.